with Steven Sutton at Freeside, Atlanta. Steven's going to give us a tour real quick, and let's get started.
Okay, so this is the welcome area of Freeside. We asked that all of our new people sign waivers, so we've got waivers and information, a sign-in desk to get on the mailing list and the meetup information. We use Meetup for class management, so you can sign up there. This is our 3D printing area. So we have a MakerBot cupcake, and we've got one that's sort of half constructed. And we also have an egg bot, which is pretty cool. I actually laid out some of the things that we've printed so far. So we also have a powder printer in the back, and two of our members recently got published in a medical journal because one of our members is a surgeon, and so he was basically taking 3D scans of people's feet and printing them out for basically pre-surgery planning. So that's pretty cool. We're pretty proud of that. You can find out about that on our blog. In here we've got our classroom. So right now we're in the process of building desks and sort of building out this area, but in the meantime we sort of do our basic meetings. This is our hexacopter UAV. We're about 3/4 of the way through building that. We accidentally let out the magic smoke on the receiver last week, so we're going to be working on rebuilding that and testing it and debugging it. But we do a lot of classes here. We do entrepreneurship and meetups for artists and 3D printing and CNC and all kinds of stuff. So
Great.
It's pretty cool. We've got a biochemistry lab over here. One of our former members was way into it, and he donated all of his stuff. We really aren't using it right now, but we may get back into it. We've got one member that's interested in building a greenhouse, so we may be building a greenhouse and experimenting with aquaculture and algae and stuff like that here pretty soon.
Very cool.
We've got a sort of your basic library. This is our server room. So we have a server that's running the RFID entry system. We have another server that's running basically VMs. It's our virtualization server. So we use that for some of the classes, and I do machine learning, so we also serve a Octave VM for that kind of research. And then we get a lot of computer donations, and we've been sorting through them and deciding what's good and what's not. And so this is sort of our rack right now. We're working on thinning out the herd.
Yeah.
So if you step into here, this is our shared workspace. So right now we got a bunch of guys hacking around on what is this?
This is a Tropos Networks 5110 wireless mesh router. It's used for like large scale mesh routing. It's got these ridiculous antennas. Yeah. We're trying to figure it out, see what we need to do to make it configurable. I guess somebody at one time donated a couple of them, and nobody knows where they came from or what. So we're just trying to figure it out. Maybe we can make a nice little mesh deployment, high power, central base station here, and then deploy outward from there.
We use this table as our electronics workspace, so we've got 2 oscilloscopes set up, and we can sort of expand it to other areas if we need to. We've got all the basic electronics components and equipment over here, and then we've got the project storage over there. So people can sort of hack around on something, work on it a little bit, put it up.
Nice. We
got a couple of pieces of equipment we might be hacking around on here pretty soon too.
Cool.
This is sort of our office area. We've got our printer and everything. Pretty boring. This is Cam. He's working right now, so we'll try to leave him alone. How you doing? We got a full kitchen, which comes in really useful. We've also got a kegerator, which also comes in really useful.
Oh yeah.
In the back, we've got our first of 3 cleaning areas and a bathroom, Coke machine, refrigerator, sort of all your standard stuff.
Necessities.
Yep. So this area is pretty interesting. What we do with this is this is basically shared storage. So if you have a project that you're working on and you need a piece or a cable or a specific AC adapter that you want to hack around on, oh yeah, you can actually pick up any of the components. We have a huge amount of components here, and a lot of different cool pieces of electronics and tech to take apart, disassemble, hack around on. So this is really useful. In here we've got our meeting area. This is the pterodactyl, of course.
That's nice. Did you guys make that, I assume?
Yeah, we've got access to a CNC router next door. So one of our members just got some open source plans, cut it out, put it together, and hung it up. So it was actually really cheap to build. We've actually got 3 CNC mills on the way, 2 desktop mills, and then we're designing and building a full-size mill from the ground up.
Oh, cool.
But we had one, it broke, and so we're between CNC mills right now. So this is our back area. First of all, we've got all of our personal protective equipment, so anybody that walks into the back shop needs to equip themselves accordingly. So we've got glasses and dust masks and eye wash and fire extinguishers and hard hats and gloves and earplugs and all kinds of stuff. So we're really trying to lock down the safety thing over here.
That's good.
These are our main cabinets. So we're working on hacking these around and adding a little arcade fun to the place. One of our members donated both of them. We may actually keep Shinobi.
I was going to say.
And then hack around on Shadow Warrior. That's sort of been the verdict so far.
Yep, I could see that.
So in here we've got our craft studio. We got a lot of square footage here, and we've got a lot of stuff in it. So
I can see it.
It's a lot of fun to mess around with the different things we have available. But this is the craft studio. It's still kind of messy. We've been working on cleaning it up, but there's so much going on here, it's hard to decide what should go where and how we should organize it. So we're sort of working on that. Over here we've got paint storage and different kinds of spray paint and another cleaning area. And this was a photo lab in the back, but the member that was doing that left. So we're deciding whether or not we want to still do that or maybe we'll repurpose it.
Yeah.
Upstairs we actually have a loft. We're working on building that out. It hasn't been a really high priority right now. We've been working on cleaning things up and finding the right equipment and sort of recycling what we don't need. It's in there. It has a really cool open window that we've designed that looks down on the shop, but it's taken a little longer to build out. We got to run electrical and that kind of thing. Back here is our workshop, and we're really proud of the amount of work that we put into this in the last couple of weeks. We've got all the hardware organized. We've got all the stuff for painting, all the extra tools that you need for painting. We got lots and lots of saws and woodworking equipment. We actually had a full wood shop donated, so we're working on setting that up and doing classes to train people on how to use it and what the proper way to use it is and that kind of stuff. Back here we've got our tool shop. So we have anything that you could possibly need to work on something. As far as small hand tools, a lot of our bigger equipment is next door. We've got our welders over there, and they have a full CNC router and that kind of thing. But for the most part, for small hand tools, this is the place to go. We got a lot of workspace too. We're working on sorting out. We had a lot of donations of hand tools and electric tools and stuff like that. These are all good, so we have been sorting them out. We're going to label them and fill up that tool room a little more. We've got air compressors and stuff. Over here is the 3D printer that one of our members got published in a medical journal, doing research on basically printing models of people's feet for pre-surgery planning. So this is a powder printer. You've got a reservoir of powder that indexes up as the piece indexes down, and it basically sprays binder in layers and builds the piece from the ground up, and you just pull it out and shake the dust off.
That's cool.
This is really cool. Pretty expensive stuff. We've got a drill press and a jigsaw and some grinders and stuff like that. But honestly, a lot of that stuff we haven't arranged in a functional way. So that's one of the ways we've got to improve the space we're working on. This is most of the wood shop that we've got tucked in the back. So we need to sort of figure out what to do with this area, find a way to make it functional and keep it clean.
Yeah.
Because what can happen, or what has happened in the past, is if you don't lay out an area functionally, then stuff just gets piled up because it doesn't make sense where projects should go.
Yep.
We also have a foosball table if you want one.
I don't think we have space for one.
Okay. Can't throw it.
The kids like it though.
This is a bunch of glass that we got donated for a greenhouse, so that might be happening, which is pretty cool. These are all the get the stuff out of here shelves. So this stuff is all going in a month. Like I said, we got a lot of donations, and we really do appreciate it, but some of the stuff we really we can't use, especially one of the biggest problems as CRT monitors because they can't even be expensive to dispose of.
Yeah.
So we like donations, but some of this stuff is just for people to pick up because it may be a good idea for a fun project, but we can't use it right now. We pulled out the washer and dryer to make room for some renovations, so we're actually going to sell these. This is the auto shop, so we got 2 bays. We got a full-size lathe too. That works, but we're all a little too scared to plug it in right now. We got one guy who's certified in using that kind of heavy equipment, but most everybody isn't. So for safety reasons, we're leaving it unhooked right now.
Understandable.
Yeah, we got a couple of air compressors and a full-size grill and a shop fan and that kind of stuff. We have a full-size kiln, which is cool. It's got some electrical problems on the bottom side, so we're working on fixing that. But this could be really useful. We have a pottery wheel up front. I didn't go over it, but there's a lot of equipment that I glossed over up there. So we could have sort of a pottery arts and crafts thing going on. This is all basic, mechanic equipment, wrenches and tools and that kind of stuff. And then, of course, we got our emergency eye wash station and flammables cabinet and that kind of stuff. So we actually have a team that's working on 24 hours of lemons. And so it's basically takeoff of 24 hours of Le Mans at Road Atlanta, but you're only supposed to pay $500 for your car. So you're basically supposed to race a lemon for 24 hours. So we actually got a Mercedes-Benz that we picked up for $500, so we're going to be the 1%. So this is where they do all their work.
Very cool.
So it gets kind of clunky, but we got to clean it up. So that's basically it.
All right. How long have you guys been here?
2.5 years.
2.5 years?
Yeah. And we've been renovating for probably about 3 months.
And you have any idea how many members you have right now?
Right now we have about 35.
That's great.
Yeah. So this place is pretty cheap to maintain. So we're working on building the membership up, but it's pretty cheap to be here.
Very great.
So we're working on lowering dues right now from $80 to $60.
Cool. Well, thank you very much for the tour.
Yeah.